Hi, good morning, and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 963, and we're here live in Southwest Florida. Today we're in my studio. I have some really exciting things to share with you today. I'll wait a few minutes to wait for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications, and then we'll get started because there's lots of fun things to share today. Well, at least two big things I can think of. And one could be a slippery slope into a whole bunch of other conversations, so lots of fun things. Happy Thursday, aka Happy Friday Eve. I'm drinking fresh brewed iced tea with lemon juice this morning, which I like to call liquid gold, one of my favorite things in the world to drink. Hi Grace, good morning. Hi Marcia, Marilee, Lori, Thea, Joe, Judy, Lori, Val, good morning everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great day so far. Thank you for feeling welcome to say hello. Hi, Jackie and Donna. And also, thank you for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes with me. Hi, Barbara. I know you have so many different choices every day, all day, including where to hang out on your phone for sure. So thank you for choosing to hang out with me and the KO community here. Hi, Angela. Good morning. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Helen. Hi, Sandshell. All right, we'll wait another minute or so here for people to continue to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. Hi, Marianne. So if you're new here, this is a 30-minute live show that we do 5 days a week, and I do schedule the show in advance, which means that you can show up to 30 minutes early and join in the pre-chat with everyone else in the community here. It's pretty fun. Lots of people like to join in and chat, and people make friends that way too. It's fun. I don't because I'm getting ready for the show, but everybody else can. Nothing like fresh brewed iced tea. Okay. All right, so I've got a couple of things to share with you, and you may be wondering why I have so much purple out here today. I don't know if you heard yesterday, but Pantone released their color of the year for 2022, and it is a color called Very Peri, which is a periwinkle purple, and I thought that that was very exciting. I happen to love periwinkle. It's one of my favorite colors, and I brought out let's see, is this going to show up on camera? No. I brought out all of the yarns that I have that are in periwinkle, and we'll come back to this because I would like to talk about colors and combinations and how to use periwinkle, but there's another thing that I want to share with you first, so I'm just going to quickly go over the colors of periwinkle that I have in my different yarns, and then we'll come back to this when there's time at the end to talk about different ways to combine periwinkle. So in Be So Sporty yarn, I have Highland Heather. That's my number 2 sport weight bamboo yarn, Highland Heather. Then Be So Vivid yarn, which is my number 4 worsted weight self-striping yarn. This color is called This'll Make You Smile. Then in Be So Luxe yarn, my number 2 sport weight cotton and bamboo blended yarn. This is color Wild Pansy. Then in Be So Baby yarn, my number 3 DK weight yarn that's 100% milk fiber. This is called Periwinkle. And then in Be So Fine yarn, in the Be So Fine tidbit size, I have color Lilac Memories. So these are all of the shades of periwinkle that I have in my yarns. Obviously, all of these yarns come in lots of other colors. If you don't like periwinkle, that's fine. And if you do like periwinkle but are unsure how to combine it with other colors, we'll talk about that at the end of the show today, and I will have a blog post written about it later today with some color palettes put together to show you some different ways that periwinkle can be combined really beautifully with not only its complementary color on the opposite end of the color wheel, but a bunch of other options as well. So we will get back to that. In the meantime, I have something else that I was planning to talk to you about today, and then when this Pantone color of the year came out yesterday, I felt like I had to get on it right away to share it with you because I was so excited. But there's something else that's been going on behind the scenes. Oh, since before the new website launch. So one of the driving forces behind wanting to create my new website that was launched in February was to create a more private place and a more inclusive place for all of us to come together. And what do I mean by that? So you know how I'll talk about something here on the show and then I'll say I'll share a photo of it later, or I'll share something about it later, and I'll say I'll share it on Instagram, I'll share it on Facebook, or I'll share it here on a community post. And every time I do that, there is at least a couple of people that say, but I'm not on Instagram, or but I'm not on Facebook, or but I'm not here or there. And so one of the things that I've always wanted to do is make my website more inclusive for everybody to feel welcome and to join and to be private. So even though I did used to have a Facebook group where people could chat and become friends and get to socialize more outside of the show here, the pre-chat and the actual show, there were still so many conflicts with that as well. And so whether it was people saying, I wish you would do this somewhere else because I'm not on Facebook, or any number of things. There were all sorts of issues with the Facebook group. I know many people were very upset with me when I closed it down, but just like with anything else, there's always more to the story than what you see on the surface, right? Judging a book by its cover is never a good idea. and I would like to think that my character speaks for itself over the years, that if I do choose to shut something down, there's probably a really good reason for it. And so there were lots of reasons to shut down the Facebook group. But at the same time, this was the driving force behind building the new website, to have the capability of having a social interaction on my website. So, drum roll. That doesn't even sound like a drum roll, but I'm super excited to share this with you. I now have a private forum on my website, and I'm so ridiculously excited about this because this is now inclusive to everybody who wants to be part of the KO community. Whether you like or don't like Facebook, like or don't like Ravelry, like or don't like Instagram, like or don't like Pinterest, it doesn't matter. If you like me, if you like my community, there is now a private place for you to socialize and interact with other friends from the KO community on my website. Oh, this has been where I've been working on this for so long. I can't even tell you how long I've been working. I've been working on it longer than the website's been in existence. It's been my driving force and wish list for the new website, for any website, for a really long time, and it's totally private. So if you already have an account on my website, which comes with tons of benefits, right? Let's go over them. So when you have an account on my website, you have that download library where you have instant access to all of your digital projects, 24 hours a day, plus unlimited downloads. Plus you have the reward points program and so many other benefits. So if you already have that account, and you're logged in, you can go to the forums now. If you do not have an account, all you have to do is register to create an account, and then you will be able to go into the forums. If somebody is not logged in or doesn't have an account, they can't see a single thing we write in there. It's totally private, okay? So if you are worried about behavior in there, obviously we have rules set up, and you can go. So once you go to forums, there are a couple of sections started already. So there is something called FAQs, which stands for Frequently Asked Questions. And when you go in there, you can see the rules. The rules are pretty basic. Be nice, right? Obviously, it takes a little more than just saying be nice to set up rules. It's the world we live in. I'm not going to judge it. It's just the world we live in. However, I am going to say that there are not going to be a whole lot of second chances or exceptions if someone doesn't behave. They're just out. I'm not going to... that's the kind of parenting I believed in when Marlon was a kid, and I'm not going to change that now. If I have to do some parenting in there, the person's just going to be removed. Now, assuming that you're going to behave, which I assume everybody is going to behave well. This is for you, right? This is for you. This is to keep it safe. Yes, absolutely no politics allowed. Absolutely no religion allowed. Absolutely no subjects that are polarizing are going to be allowed. And if you're concerned about what the rules are, please, I highly recommend everybody read the rules first. Anytime you're going to join a community, it's a good idea to know what the rules are. So I think the rules are pretty reasonable, pretty normal, but you might want to take a look at the rules first, okay? And yes, there will be no exceptions. If you, there will be no exceptions. If somebody doesn't behave, we will remove them, okay? But I don't foresee that being a huge problem. I have a feeling that most people are going to be super excited to have a private place to chat with other people. Oh, and then you can actually private message each other in there too. So if you want to get to know one person better, you can private message them in there. I do not have private messaging set up on my account, but that's because I just don't have time to do that and do everything else that I do throughout the day. So if I had mine turned on and I didn't reply to people in time, I think it would hurt feelings. So I thought it was better if I just don't have mine turned on. But I will be active in the forums and I will be able to chat with people in there. Yes, Lori, that great rules to go by, but I do recommend checking out the rules. So I do have an incentive to get you to try it out. So if you go to the introductions forum, when you go to forums, you'll see it says facts and then introduce yourself. If you click on that one and go to the and if you go to the thread for introductions, I introduced myself. I'm asking you to leave a little message introducing yourself, and by doing that, the incentive is that there's a coupon code in there, and it is a coupon code for 10% off your next order, one per customer, no expiration. And if all you have to do is just leave a comment and you'll get the coupon code in there. So really fun, really exciting. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I do have my computer here today, so I'm going to turn it around so you can take a look and we can go through where everything is. But before we do that, if anyone has any questions, let me know. I hope you're going to be as excited as I am about this. I think it's going to be really fun. I love, love, love the fact that it's private, so that somebody has to have an account and be logged in to even see what we're talking about, let alone participate. I think that in the world we live in today, that is just the way to go. I think things should be I think anytime we can make things private, it's better for everybody. When you're socializing and sharing, at least. I mean, I realize I put myself out there, but I understand that not everybody wishes to do that. And so this is for your safety. Okay, yay, Gina's not on social media. Yes, Gina, that is exactly why I did this. I know at the moment there is not a way to share project photos there, but there is the other section on my website where you can share your photos of projects. So I already have a place on my website where you can share photos. So you don't need to do that in the forum as well. And the forum is basically just a simple forum right now. If, should it become so populated and so busy that it's worth spending more money and investing and making it bigger, I'm sure that that's an option, but at the moment, no, there is no way to, there are no links and no photo capabilities in there as in the threads. I believe as I create a forum, a thread, I can share a photo and do a poll and things like that. But if you're looking to share your photos, and I highly recommend you do, please go to the share a project section of my website where you can. And if you haven't checked it out before, maybe you don't know it exists, it's really amazing. Lots of people have shared their projects already, and you can get tons of inspiration from all of the projects that people have already shared. And like I said, I would love for everybody to share their projects there. So if you've used my yarns or used my patterns, it's a place where we can show people what you've done with my products, whether it's yarn or patterns. And I know a lot of people love seeing everybody else's projects, and you can comment and compliment people on there too. So the comment section's really cool there as well. Okay, great comment, great questions, everybody. Does anybody have any other questions? Yes, great, Denise. And if you have trouble finding it, let me know, but it is in the menu bar at the top of the page. And when I flip my computer around and start showing you different parts of the website, I'll show you where that is as well. But I just want to pause and see if there's any more questions before we look at my screen. Yeah, and this is brand new. We're just figuring it out. Judy says there might be a way to share photos there. We're going to figure this out as we go, obviously. And I'm definitely open to your feedback. If you see any issues with it, please contact Judy, JUDI@KristinOmdahl.com. If you think there's a glitch or a hang up or something wrong with the forum, please always feel welcome to do that. Yay! Faye is another example. She's not on social media. This makes me so happy. So now there is a place, a safe, private, social place for everybody to join, not just people on any one given social platform. This makes me so happy. If you are a follower of mine and you want to make more KO community friends, this is a place we can do it privately and safely. I am so excited. That's 2 people so far that have just live mentioned this morning that this will be their first opportunity to hang out with all of you because this isn't on standard social media. And that's always been the goal, to be more inclusive so that it's not just for people that like this spot or this spot, but anybody that's here because of the community we've built here. Everybody has a place to join together. So I'm so excited. Wonderful. Does anybody have any other questions? Judy just shared a link in the live chat for where to share your projects as well. So the person that was asking about where to share photos of her finished projects, that's where you can do it there. And all of these links will be shared in the show notes in the video description when the show's over too. Let's see, any more questions in here? Okay. Yes, we try, Patricia. That's the goal. Trying to keep it safe and private for everybody. Yep. Okay, I do not see any more questions. I am going to have to change my screens here a little bit to, let's see, let's get to website. Okay, so here we are on my website. Let's see if we can get this angled down so you can see it better. Let me know if you can see this well. All right, I just saw another question. Yes, Laura, you can, that's called mist blocking. You can do that. I have lots of information about blocking on my website. Yes, if we have time, I will be going over yarn colors and specifically what goes with Periwinkle after I do the little website demo here. Yep, if you missed something that we talked about today, definitely come back. That's a great idea. Okay, so here's the front home page of my website. Okay, and I guess I should log out to do this, but okay, so see where it says my account here? I am logged in. If I was not logged in, this would say register or login. So you would want to click this button here to either log into your account or register for an account. It's all private. Nothing is ever shared anywhere. It's just me. I'm the only person that sees it. So right here where it says account next to cart, it would say login. If you weren't already logged, it would say login or register, or login or join. And then once you log in or join, then it says my account when you're logged into your account. So that's good to know, to make sure that this says my account, to make sure you're logged in. Then you can, so your account here will show you orders you've placed, your address, your points program, your wish list, your gift cards, payment methods, refer a friend, downloads. So this is where your download library is, where you can see all your purchases, your account details, and your wait list. Okay, that's your account. Now up here, it's view your profile. So this is my profile here, and I can adjust my privacy settings. I can change my photo, my cover photo. I can edit I can check my messages, I can invite friends to join the forum, and I can go to the forums, and then I have notifications here. So if someone's replied to you, it'll tell you your notifications here as well. So, but let's go directly to the forum. So if you go up here to KO Community, it's forums and friends. So friends is where you can see other people if they've chosen to show their photo. If they don't, that's fine too. But let's go to forums. And so if you weren't logged in, it will not let you, it'll let you see this, okay? If you're not logged in, you can get this far. If you click on any one of these and you're not logged in, it will bring you back to the login screen, okay? So that's a good reminder too, and that's what will keep anybody else out. So so you can go to facts, and this will tell you the rules. And then we'll put other things in there, we'll put other things in there about if there are, frequently asked questions of any kind. So here's a thread about the KO community privacy settings. Here's about the rules. And here's a question. I have a question about a pattern. How do I get help? So there's information about that in there. So let's go back to forums. And then if you go to, and this will get longer, right? We'll probably have one for crochet and knitting and yarn and who knows what else I'll end up creating in here. And there'll be all sorts of places for you to chat in there then as well. So let's go to introductions. And so I have please introduce yourself here and suggest your desired topic. So if there's a topic that you would like to have me add to chat for you to chat in and chat with others in, leave your request here, but please introduce yourself as the one that I'm asking you to go into. And when you go in here, introduce yourself. Everybody will say hello to you. And I have shared a coupon code in there so that you can get, if you leave a comment in there and join the party, I'm giving you a coupon code for 10% off your next order. One per person, but no expiration and no limit to how much you can use for it. So if you want to buy everything on the website, it'll still be 10% off. There is no limit to what you can put in that order. Okay, does anybody have any questions? I feel like I showed a lot, and I wanted to give you a feel for it, give you the flavor of it, but you'll have more fun by exploring this on your own too. And like I said, if you think there are any glitches or anything wrong in there, please let us know. Email Judy at judy@kristinomdahl.com. But I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be fun. Now, I am new to forums, so I'm learning this as I go, and maybe you are too. So let's just be kind and patient with each other, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait. I love the fact that this is so private. I think it's going to be wonderful and so inclusive. I think it's going to be really wonderful. So again, if you have requests for topics, put them in there. If you have requests for anything, if you have feedback on any of it, always feel welcome to share with Judy or with me. And please introduce yourself and get the coupon code for 10% off your next order. Yay! All right, does anybody have any questions about that? And if not, we will go back to talking about color. Let's see, I'll wait and see. Is this social media? I don't know what qualifies as a definition for social media, but it is a private forum on my website that you can only access with an account. So I'm not sure what the definition is of social media. I feel like this is totally private, so I'm not sure I would actually call this social media. But great question. If anybody wants to share their opinion on the definition of that, please feel welcome to. But I feel like this is, in my personal opinion, I think this is more private than social media. But I'm open to conversation about it. Yeah, this has nothing to do with any social media platforms. This is all private. Will this YouTube show be in there? That is a great question, Barbara. I do not have the capability of live streaming on my website right now. If I did, I would consider doing that there too. But at the moment, YouTube seems to be my best place for doing the live stream and for doing my tutorial videos. So that's where I choose to stay right now. But you know, the world's always changing. I don't know what's going to happen. I do not know where I'm going to do classes, but I do plan on starting classes at the beginning of next year, which is right around the corner. And I'm not sure where I'll be doing that. If I can find a way to do it on my website, I will. Otherwise, it might be Zoom. But nothing is open to the public on my website. So this is not social media. The forums I do not consider social media. They are private on a website that has to be where you have to have an account. So I would call that not social media, which I think is just more private for all of you. But great question, and great question. Karen, there is a place on my website where you can see my videos though. So let's go back up to the top of my website, because if you're looking to see where my videos are on my website, I actually have a spot for that. If you go back to the home page here and then you scroll down, you see this video link here? If you click on that, it embeds my YouTube channel there, and so you can see things by the most recent. So this was yesterday's show, this was the show before that, this was the show before that, that's the most recent tutorial video. So they show them in chronological order from the most recent video down. As soon as today's show is over, it will then be the top video there. So if you're ever looking for that sort of information, Judy's sharing a link to it right now too. You know, there is a blog post on my website that also shows you how to use my website, and I created that when the new website was built. Something going on with my tripod here. Give me a second. Thanks, Eve. I do too. Like I said, this has been a long process of trying to find the right product and trying to find the blue shawl on your right is the blue one. The blue one. This blue one is not a shawl. That is the Luxe Cardi Vest. The Luxe Fantasy Cardi Vest in Biseau Luxe yarn in color Denim Crush. And this purple beauty is the Hadley shawl done in 5 colors of Biseau Luxe yarn. So both Biseau Luxe projects. And then I have a couple of smaller accessories here showing Lilac Memories and Biseau Fine Tidbit yarn. So if we're done talking about the forum, obviously, if you have more questions, please feel welcome to leave them for me in the comments today. Please feel welcome to go explore on my website. Log into your account or join the KO community and get your own account. Again, there's so many benefits and it's all completely private, so definitely a win-win. But if we're done, if there are no more questions, we will go back to talking about the Pantone color of the year, which is called Berry Peri, which is a periwinkle. And like I said in the beginning of the show, I pulled out all of the periwinkle shades in my yarns today. So this is the Biseau Vivid yarn, which is my number 4 worsted weight self-striping yarn. That's a cotton blend. And this color with periwinkle in it is called Thistle Make You Smile. Then in Biseau Sporty yarn, I have color Highland Heather, which is this beautiful semi-solid hand-dyed color of beautiful shades of periwinkle. That's a number 2 sport weight, 100% bamboo yarn. Then this is Biseau Fine in the tidbit size. It's a number 1 fingering weight, 100% bamboo yarn, and this periwinkle shade is called Lilac Memories. Then in Biseau Baby yarn, which is my number 3 DK weight, 100% milk fiber yarn, this is color Periwinkle. And then in Biseau Luxe yarn, which is my number 2 sport weight cotton and bamboo blend yarn, is called Wild Pansy. So all of these are different various shades of periwinkle, and I thought it would be fun to show that this morning. I also brought out some projects in periwinkle and these periwinkle shades, and then I thought that and I'm going to make a blog post about this later today, so if this is a lot of information and it's overwhelming, that's okay too. I wanted to tell you that there are lots and lots of ways to combine Periwinkle with other colors. Not that Periwinkle isn't amazing on its own. It's one of my favorite colors for sure. But so to start with color theory, the complement color of Periwinkle or a blue violet or a violet is yellow. So you're talking anything from a pale yellow to sliced. So anything in the yellow. Let's see, are we going to be able to pull this up? All right, I have to do this responsibly. You know how I like to drag the easel with the board on it, and we all know that doesn't work. How many times have I had the whole thing crash to the ground? Let's try to be a responsible adult here and not rush and do it right. Okay, so anything yellow, anything gold to yellow is going to be your opposite complementary color of Periwinkle, okay? Obviously, going with this purple family is stunning. There is a purple family here. So here we've got Lavender Lily, Aurora Splendor, Wild Pansy, Kimono Violet, Raisin the Bar, and Walking After Midnight. And those are all amazing. That's most of the colors here in the color column with the addition of the dark navy. But what I'm suggesting is that with Periwinkle, or in this case with Be So Luxe yarn. We can do this with the Be So Baby board another day maybe as well. So with Periwinkle, anything in the gold family, anything from gold, so like this is Heart of Gold, amazing together, right? And any of the yellows from a gold yellow all the way down to a pale yellow. So this would be Yellow Brick Road, looks amazing with it. This is the proper opposite contrast to this color on the color wheel. So then we've got Sunshine State of Mind and Sliced Lemons and Pearls of Wisdom and even Fresh Washed Linen. All of those colors would be amazing with this. Now, if you want to talk about split complementary colors, that would then include everything from the greens and the yellow greens. But also remember when I talked about the fact that Mother Nature inspiration is often a really great way to pull. If the color that you have in mind is a flower color, then you can consider any of the greens to be the foliage or leaves that go with the flower, which happens to be the case with this color. So any of these yellow greens are also amazing with it, okay? So if you pulled, this one happens to be Matcha Latte. So you could even do that with a yellow. And then maybe even pull in a blue to go with that. So like, what's this one? This one is California Dreaming. How pretty is that, right? So that's going with sticking with colors that are the split complementary. So going with the complementary color, the split complementary color, and this would be more of an adjacent color. So if we're talking blue violet, you could go you could go on either side of it, with going with more of a blue or going more to a violet, and both of those would be so pretty. Actually, altogether it's pretty as well. I think these two are just stunning on their own anyway. But even with this, you could still bring in that pale yellow to go with those as well. Okay, and then if you wanted to get inspired by, you know, those pinky purple sunsets that we swoon about at the beach, what about sticking with, let's see, we could even pull in, let's see, let's stick with that, and let's grab some pink and some peach. Oh, this is going to be nice. Okay, we'll do that at the end. So we'll go with, and I'm thinking the Hadley shawl with this. This would just be stunning. See, so then we've got Aurora Splendor, Wild Pansy, Pretty in Pink, Hush of Blush, and Sliced Lemons. All right, so now I've shown you a couple of these combinations. I will put more together on my website on a blog post later today, and then I'll share all of this in an email. So let's see, I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, Buttercup in Be So Baby with Periwinkle would be fantastic too. So I can pull this down, and if we have a minute, we're gonna go over a little bit today. What the heck? Let's grab the Be So Baby board And we can do some of this here. So here in this board, again, just the purple column would be amazing on its own. So we've got here eggplant, sugar plum, violet, lilac, and orchid. And I have put periwinkle over here in the blue column because it goes for in the blue, because it is a blue violet color, but it looks great with all of those purples. And it looks great with all the blues because it is the color in the color spectrum between blue and purple. Between blue and purple, you get this color, which would technically be a blue violet. So if you're looking to do complementary colors, anything in the purple or the blues will blend beautifully with it. For contrast, any of the turquoises look amazing. Like we said, the yellow greens look amazing. The true greens look amazing. Everything in the gold and yellow column look amazing. I think this one is gorgeous. This is Dijon. And then you could even pull out lime. Look at how pretty those are together. And then that's not taking into account doing something softer. So like you could go with buttercup and maybe even blush or the peach or the salmon. Those look amazing together. Let's try salmon. I'm a little far away from the camera, I guess. Look at how pretty that is with salmon and buttercup and periwinkle. So pretty. There are so many different ways to combine this. And then let's go back and talk about gold again too, because gold is the contrast or the complement. Gold and periwinkle, gorgeous, just gorgeous. And so then you're combining a neutral, you could also go with a pop of color there. So go with another pop of color like aquamarine is beautiful with that. Or you could do another purple or a pink. I mean, you could go anywhere with this. Here's coral. Coral looks pretty with that too. Ooh, that's pretty. Isn't that beautiful? I just looked down at the screen and saw my belly leaning into the table. That wasn't flattering. All right, if you have more questions about this, please let me know. And like I said, I am going to curate some color combination palettes later today, or actually right away, and do a blog post so I can send that out hopefully still this morning, if not later today. And don't forget, as long as you sign up, as long as you send and leave a message on the forums to introduce yourself, you can get 10% off your entire order. So if you want to grab some periwinkle or grab some color combinations to go with periwinkle, or just get inspired by any of the other palettes that I've put together, or just find something fun to make. You know, there's all sorts of amazing ways to be creative on my website. There's so many color combinations. There's so many projects. There's so many fun things to do. If you need help finding something, always feel welcome to ask me. Oh, I forgot to mention what I'm wearing today. I finally wove in the loose ends on another pair of my Kelly earrings. So these are hoop earrings that I add a small little crochet motif to. These are done in one Be So Fine tidbit, and this is in color Tropical Hot Coral. Looks so cute with my dress, doesn't it? And so I made a whole bunch of these a while back, and I never got around to weaving in the loose ends. So I started working on that today, and I am having so much fun. I love having bright, colorful earrings that do not weigh a lot. Marilee, yes, the color wheel is so fun. Okay, Marilee, if you're having any trouble at all figuring out colors, I have put together so many amazing nature-inspired curated color combinations in little color palette photos. You can find them on the Be So Baby yarn page, which comes in 60 colors, so I have a ton of suggestions there, and the Be So Luxe yarn that comes in 48 colors. I've put a ton of color combinations there as well. So that might be a really great place to start. This scarf is in Be So Fine tidbit yarn. This is in Lilac Memories and Crushed Berries. That's one of the scarves, one of the head scarves from 52 Crochet Gifts. You can find that on my website too. All right, does anybody have any other questions? We talked about private forums that are going to be so awesome today. We talked about a coupon code. All you have to do is log in or sign up and introduce yourself and you get 10% off. Very exciting. We talked about the new Pantone color of the year and how you can use this with my yarns. We talked about color theory and what to do with Periwinkle. What else? We talked about a bunch of fun things today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else. If you have questions, always feel welcome to leave them for me in the comments below. And thank you to Judy for all of the amazing links. And also, all of these links will also be available in the video description for the show notes after the show is over. So lots of ways to get this amazing information if you need it. And as always, if you still can't find it, just leave me a comment and I will help you to the best of my ability. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll see you in the forums and I'll see you here tomorrow, same time for the next episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. Bye-bye.